and waiting for it to pop up.
And then as soon as you're live, I will pull it up on my laptop and mute it. And I just got the notice.
Yes, Ruth. No. I think I'm live now, though. But
Yes.
okay. Okay. Well. We have a couple of things going on here right now. And welcome, everyone. Welcome. We have a special evening tonight. And this is Heart and Soul, How to Live an Extraordinary Life. And my name is Michele Landers, and I'm a board-certified life coach, a certified hypnotherapist, a numerologist, and the author of 2 books, The Tao of Numbers and The Year of Living Miraculously. And I've studied and taught in the fields of spirituality, metaphysics, psychology, law of attraction, and self-empowerment for over 30 years. And I am so lucky to be living my passion. So every week on Heart and Soul, we have thought-provoking topics. And if anybody tuned in last week, that was quite a topic we talked about. And speakers who share their experiences, their knowledge, and insights with the intention of supporting you in your spiritual, mental, and emotional growth. And that is also true of the Enlightened World Network and Enlightened Living, where we love to share information with you from a variety of light workers, energy practitioners, and more. And all of us have gathered together to bring you positive and uplifting program to support you. And it supports us as well. So please check out Enlightened World Network, which you can find online, on Facebook, on YouTube. So my guest tonight is what I like to refer to her as the enchanting Michelle Barrie. And Michelle has been reading cards for over 10 years and practices Lenormand Tarot and also a variety of other intuitive decks and styles. And she is a Reiki master teacher and a healer based right here in West Palm Beach, Florida, where she hosts meditations, aura reading workshops, card reading classes, and more. And she is a lover of all things magical, as I am. And her natural intuitive style makes the esoteric arts accessible to all. And Michelle's available worldwide for private readings, so please note that. And on a personal note, I have to tell you, Michelle walks her talk. She's one of the most sincere, honest, kind human beings that I know, an amazing Reiki master, and just as insightful and amazing card reader. So, Michelle, welcome tonight. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me, Michelle. It's very, very wonderful to be here. So I'm really happy. This is great. So I love I love any opportunity that I can read cards for people. I have to tell you, especially when it's cold reading, just people just calling in. That's my favorite.
You do love that, don't you?
I do.
You really
I
do.
Go live. Yeah, I go live a lot for that reason. It's a high. I want to read for people I can't see because I get so much confirmation, and the angels just come and they tell us like it is, and it's fantastic.
Oh, they really do. You just have to be open to it. You just have to be open to it. And I'm finding that some very, 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 very strange things have happened to me recently. And I know it's because I've been really open to hearing it. You have to be open to hearing it, correct?
Absolutely. You have to believe and you have to trust. And when you're having a challenge with that, that's a good time to turn to prayer and meditation and ask for help. So yes. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do right now is find for everyone. I don't know if you can see it, Michelle. Can you see us on Enlightened Living?
I can, because I do have my laptop up and I have that page up on my other laptop. We have 4 viewers and I see that Kim says hello. Hi, Kim. So I do have the comments up too for later when we need them.
Okay, so I'm just having a little bit of a challenge getting our video up on my computer. So I'm so glad that you have yours up, and maybe I can see it on my phone as well.
I hope so. My
Okay.
friend Debbie's here too. So people are starting
Oh,
to come in and say
yay.
hello. Yay.
Okay, I see it now. Now let me just make sure that I have this shut off. And let's see if I can see the comments. Okay, Debbie Katz, hi. Kim, hi. Okay, so I thought one of the things, I hope people jump on here because we are going to do some reading. So we can start that in a minute. One of the things I did want to talk about, I have all these screens up. Talk about multitasking, right? I'm very proud of myself though right now.
I'm proud of you too, Michelle.
Thank you. This is such a challenge for me. Amazing baby steps. So one of the things I did want to talk about is I loved when you said that I forgot exactly how you said it or how I said it, but oh, I know, like you're a lover of all things magical, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the world is full of magical things waiting for our senses to grow sharper. And that is not my quote. That's a quote that I found online and I always loved it. And one of the things I really wanted to talk about or lead into, and of course I want you to please comment on it, is things like mental telepathy. And let me see if I can find you right now because I kind of lost I kind of lost us. Okay. One of the things that I think is a misconception about magical things and telepathy and readings and anything in the metaphysical field, right? It's that people think that, oh, you're weird or you're crazy or you're not rational, that you don't have a rational mind. And the interesting thing is, I have both a linear and non-linear, outlook on life, as I think you do too, because you're also in a medical field, which is very linear. But things have dramatically changed in what we understand or what we're beginning to understand about this physical world. And Dr. Dean Radin is he's a psychotherapist, but a scientist as well. And he is the senior scientist at the Institute of Noetic Science, which is that's in California. And that is an institution after my own heart because I was fortunate enough, and I'm not going to go into that miraculous story tonight, to meet Dr. Edgar Mitchell, I think he was the 11th or 12th or whatever astronaut, or the 8th. I don't have the number right, and I should as a numerologist, right? That should stick in my head. But he walked on the moon, let's put it that way. And through a very, very unexpected, strange set of circumstances, I was at an intimate lunch with him and just a few other people. And he had an epiphany on his return moon mission. And basically the bottom line of that story, which is pretty long, is he felt and believed and knew that there was more to this physical planet, more to this universe than we have any idea, and that science would discover that on the quantum level is where everything is connected. And when I asked him point blank, I said, Dr. Mitchell, what you're telling me and what you're saying, what we're discussing here in this group, I said, things like mental telepathy or card reading or numerology, whatever it is, astrology, do you believe that the reason that these things work, when they do work, when you have somebody who is authentic and who is really tapping in to either, this other plane or accessing this other level, is the reason that these things do work when they do work is because we're entering into the quantum field, or we're accessing the quantum field. And he looked at me and he said, absolutely. Now that's a man of science. And so Dr. Radin, who's, I think his latest book is Real Magic, I'm not sure, he just dispels the whole belief like ESP and telepathy are just, whimsical and wishful thinking and flights of fantasy. And he also worked in the government's top secret psychic espionage program known as Stargate, which the government ran for many years. You remember that? And he spent the last 40 years conducting controlled experiments. And this is a topic that I would like to go into in depth on one of the shows, but suffice it to say, I wanted to preface with that so people start understanding or entertaining the idea that these aren't just, as a lot of people refer to them as, cute parlor tricks. They're not. We're tapping into another level of reality. So that's really what I wanted to start with and lead into. So I would love your views on that, Michelle, what you think about that before we start the readings.
First of all, there has been, and I don't have, the exact people and links that you can look up, but if you were to research or just Google things like astral travel, like traveling outside of the body, people who meditate and actually have been able to witness things or experience visits from people from the other side whom they've never met. There are so many. I've been reading books on this for the past 15 years or so. There are so many accountings and proof from people within the lives where these experiences have happened. And just the fact that I too was able to witness an apparition 25 years ago about, that was what I think was the catalyst for me. I actually was able to witness it. And for people who don't have that opportunity to witness it, it's a bit of a stretch for them to believe it. And it's woo-woo. But the people who have been meditating and tapping into that quantum field get to have a taste of it, because over time, when you become a meditator, you're actually there. You become part of it, and suddenly your intuition works better. Suddenly you're better at making decisions. Suddenly you just know things for whatever reason. And part of that is just because we've been able to quiet the mind and tap in to that quantum field. And other aspects of it, like asking for help and literally making affirmations to your angels and your guides. You must ask when you want something specific, So all of those things over time, we've been able to, through much research, have proof. And my card readings give me proof every day, because I lay cards down on a table for people and it spells out their life, and I didn't know anything.
And that's just the great part. I know that happens. Like you gave me, I was so happy when you told me about the numerology reading I had done for you.
That was unbelievable. That's a perfect example.
Okay, good. I'm glad that it worked. And that was a couple of years ago, right?
You did a numerology reading for me 4 years ago and told me that I was going to be an advisor and a teacher, and that I was going to delve deeper into my spiritual work. And I was not doing this professionally back then. This was just a hobby. It was just for fun. I enjoyed it. And I was what you would call a meetup junkie. I was going to every metaphysical meeting you can think of. It was, I couldn't get enough. I was very hungry. And it was a very interesting and insightful chart that you made for me. But I found it the other day, and when I read it, everything came true. So I had to reach out to you and tell you that, because
I
all of it.
really, wow, I really appreciate that. And I appreciate that when people tell me that. And one of my, I guess one of my issues is I don't collect those testimonials, and I know I should, but I don't. And just the numerology, like the card reading, like astrology readings, like we know Maya White, who's an incredible astrologer, and all of these things do work when you're tuned in. And that's the important thing. When you're coming from a heart center, number one, and I don't know about you, but I'll speak to myself about myself. If my ego is involved, if I'm worried about doing a good job, and my ego is involved, it just doesn't flow. I can only do it when I'm in that space of, I'm just going to let the energy flow through. I mean, the numbers clearly for me, like the numbers, 1 has a certain meaning, 2 has a certain meaning, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, anybody can do all the numbers in somebody's chart, but that's not where the magic comes in. It's being able to integrate all those numbers and what all those numbers mean. So just like the card reading, it's the same thing. It's your intuition that comes through.
Absolutely, yes.
What do we have? Do we have anybody who's looking for, oh, you need them for your bestseller? Oh, Debbie, you're so sweet. So thank you. So what are we going to do here? Are we going to start doing, what do we want to do?
Do you want me to explain what I do with the cards?
I would I love that deck, and I want to take your next class. And yes, I would love for you to do that.
So just so you know, she mentioned my class. I'm in the middle of one workshop now. In fact, Debbie Katz, the one who's here, she's a friend, but she's also one of my students right now. But I do have another workshop for level 1. You don't need any experience, starting on the 8th. Oh boy, is it the 8th?
That's important to know.
Important to know. Hold on a minute. It's the 6th. Okay, so it's no, I'm sorry, it's the 7th. It's 3 Fridays in a row, 7th, 14th, and 21st from 9 to 1. It's 4 hours each day. So Michelle Barrie, check out my Facebook page and you'll find the event. If you're interested in learning how to read cards, this is a wonderful way to connect with spirit. If you've been trying to connect more, meditation is wonderful, but if you want an actual daily practice of interacting where you're asking questions and getting feedback, this is a way to do that. This is a way to get answers back, because we pray and, some of us actually are clairaudient and hear things, but this is a way of getting responses and trying to troubleshoot your path. So just food for thought. If you're interested in learning how to read these, I have the workshops ongoing. So I always start my readings with a prayer. I find it very important to not just go into it, but to, and it's a quick prayer. So is it okay if I do that, Michelle?
I would love you to do that.
So great. So at this moment in time, we call upon the archangels, ascended masters, our ancestors, friends, our higher selves. Please be here now. We call upon you to lift away any negativity, any blockages, anything not needed, not wanted, not ours. Please cleanse our minds, our bodies, our spirits on all timelines and all dimensions. Lift away everything from our auric space and take it to its perfect place to be cleansed and healed. for we call upon you now to ask for guidance for the highest good of all. And we are most grateful for the blessings in the past, the now, and what's to come. Thank you, thank you. Amen. So it is. So I always start with that because I love to just connect not just myself to spirit, but to all who are here who are looking to benefit and connect as well. And if anybody would like to ask a question, they would just have to type it in the comment box and then we can read it. And then we'll call your name and we'll let you know who we're reading from. So I'm just looking here and I don't see any questions yet.
I don't either. Come on. I don't see all the comments either.
Cecile is here. Hi, Seal. And Judy is here. I have another friend. Yeah, Debbie said, I'm in her class right now, loving it. So for those who are watching, it's funny. Usually I can see how many people are live with us. Let me see. Yeah, we have 8 people here. So if anybody here, or 7 people, if anybody who is watching would like to ask a question from spirit, and it could be anything. It could be even about, maybe connecting with a past loved one. I get a lot of questions like that. And very often the cards, a card that would reflect that person will show up in the reading. I also use, until I get that question, because I'm not seeing a question yet. Debbie has a question.
Yay, Debbie has a question.
So Debbie, I'm going to address your question in 1 second. I also use talismans, charms. I don't know if you can see, but this is like a bowl of like 50 charms. And each symbol has a meaning to me. And I do use crystals as well. So when you get a reading from me, it's all encompassing. It's several decks, crystals, and I really pull from my tools. So this one is for Debbie, and Debbie is asking, should I continue with academic studies or just be still and allow for now? Okay. So Debbie wants to know if she should go back to school. Just got her master's, by the way, in social work. So that was huge.
Wow.
She's enjoying the break right now, I'm sure, because that was a lot of work. Okay, Debbie, so should you go back to school and get your doctorate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I always cut the deck 5 times. That's my life path number. I get a little OCD about that. So this is a yes or no question. So what I'm looking for, positive versus negative versus neutral cards. This is the rider, the bringer of good news. It is a positive card. And here we have the mask. This is a neutral card. The mask is about the roles we play and whether, how we show up, and are we being authentic, Are we showing up for ourselves in all the aspects of what we have to do in life? So this is the card that's showing up as you. This is the card in the now. It's the heart. So, this is an act of self-love that we're talking about right now. Should I step forward and do this for myself, or my best? Does it serve me best to sit still? So let's see. Decisions in the future. This is about making choices. We call this the crossroads, but this artist chose to make a stairwell. And the last card, I got news for you, Debbie. You may not have expected this. This is about transformation, and it is a new card, a neutral card, but it tends to be more positive. And I have 3 positive cards in here, which mean, should you go back to school? So I'm seeing a yes. This is about moving forward with something. This is about major transformation. It could also about be changing jobs and home, but I'm seeing a major transformation. I'm seeing that somewhere down the road in the future, you are going to take that step and go back, Debbie, because this is a labor of love for you. This is what you're trying to give yourself. So if I pull the shadow card, let me just pull it out. And this is how it's felt for you. This is the labyrinth. And the labyrinth is about just that crazy, windy, long road that you have been on. And is like, do I want to put myself through this again? And really, I think Spirit is just saying that to sit still for a little while. And when you're ready, you're going to make the choice, because showing up in the future. It's like a decision for a major life change right there. And getting a PhD is a major life change. So food for thought, and I'll pull one charm for you. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, so you have the sun, and this is all about success, all about shining the light on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So when you're ready, okay, and keyword when you're ready, all right, you will be successful. Okay, so I hope that helps you, and we thank Spirit for that message. Thank you.
I pulled a card for her too. I was thinking about the numerology, but I thought, let me just pull a card. And the card that came up was Temperance. And temperance, right, it's about balance, and it's about there may be some concern that you have about, okay, what's going on my phone? There may be some concern about, can I balance all this? Can I, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to balance all of it? And the card indicates, of course, you can if you put your mind to it, And also I pulled another card, which was the Page of Pentacles. And that's a message about money. So I don't know what that has to do with anything, but something about money, some message about money is coming to you. So does that make any sense to you, Debbie?
Let's see. And Debbie, you can send me an instant message too, instead of through a comment. I see some other questions there. The thing that makes sense to me about the page is also about that element of starting something new, because page is about new beginnings too. And it's like starting over, so, and that there will be a money factor there when she goes, definitely. So
right, and it also does mean getting a message about money, getting more money as well.
right.
So if you can get that all balanced and get your head into the right space about it, I'd say it's positive, don't you?
I definitely do, and I have a strong feeling at some point she's going to go back. She's just been at it a while and just needs a break. So
okay, so how many? I can only see a few comments, and I'm not sure why.
I see Melanie. Melanie is asking about where her ex put the tin. So we're trying to find an object. That might be a tough one. I think she needs, what is it? St. Francis helps you find things. Oh, Debbie did give us some feedback. Absolutely. Not for a PhD, but continued studies for certifications and possibly my music therapy degree. I also have a major funding project I'm considering pursuing that will benefit seniors and foster families. So maybe that's the page right there. That's very interesting, Debbie. Okay. Very interesting.
So Melanie's husband has passed. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Melanie. Oh, okay. So she's looking for something. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. All right. So we call upon the energies of Melanie's loved ones, because Melanie has been trying to find something in the house, and if there's any clue that can be provided, that would be so helpful. So 3, 4, 5. Let's just see. What do we got from Melanie? So here's Melanie making a wish, saying, can you please help me find this? So that makes sense. Okay. And this, to me, especially when we do reading who have crossed over, this is the Garden of Eden. It has other meanings. So just a little confirmation of them showing up for you when this card shows up. I love when this card shows up with questions like this. Okay, so Spirit is telling you to think outside the box here. It's not in a usual place. This rolling of the dice often means about taking chances, but I also tell people that this is about doing something differently, stepping outside the box and trying something you haven't tried. Okay, so really think about where you haven't been, which I'm sure you're racking your brain and you thought you've done that already, but I have to say it like I'm seeing the cards as they come. This is about something, it's covered. We got the mask. So something is over it, okay? Clues coming. So something has covered it up and you're just not seeing it. So you really got to think about where you've looked, because I have a strong feeling you've already looked there and it was just covered, okay? There's a mask on it, there's a cover. One more card. Oh, there he is again, hello, and that's about all we're getting. So I will pull the shadow card, and it's like, and it's, you know, it's interesting is he's looking right at the mask, okay? Your guy is showing up here, okay? He's saying, I've been helping you find it. You've been looking at it. So now I'm gonna pull the shadow card, and all you're getting is a pointer, okay? Here you got the compass. So Spirit is saying, look down, okay? I don't feel like it's look up, look down. Something low, covered up, nothing too high. That's all I'm getting, sweetheart, because you know you got a whole house and it's hard, but I really feel like you got some clues there, and your husband did show up, so thank you. Let me pull and charm. Ha! You got the angel, so your angels are with you, dear, okay? So let me know whether any of what I said helps you. You know, I don't have any cards that have a couch or a chair or you know, a cabinet. This deck doesn't work that way, and most oracle decks don't, but those are some interesting clues. So I hope that helped you, and we thank Spirit for that message. So thank you.
Forgive me for ducking down here. I'm really trying to see all the comments, and I was able to see a little bit more on my phone, but unfortunately I couldn't hit the mute button. So I am relying on you, Michelle, to see most of the comments.
Okay, I can see them. Oh, whoa, hold on a second. I unmuted myself. Hold on a minute. Shoot.
Yeah, see, that's a little bit of the problem. And by the way, Debbie, can the page also indicate a person? Absolutely. Absolutely. Cecilia, I'm feeling in a car. I'm not sure what that means.
Let me see. I'm feeling in a car.
I'm not sure what
Feeling
that
like
means.
buying a car? Is she looking to buy one? But I think we passed the question. Hold on a minute. Let me just see. I think there was another question. Here's a question. EWN just opened because Ruth, I think, put a question in the EWN network. So I don't want to miss there. And they're asking, this is the one right after the one for your friend's tin. They're asking, EWN's 24-hour prayer room was just opened on Facebook today. Any guidance on including outside organizations to help moderate the prayer room? Let's see what they say. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what can they do with the prayer room? So already here, when we get the dog refers to people who you are close to, unconditional love, best friends, close friends. Okay, so we're looking towards our network of friends. And they should be people who are within our home network, people close to us. Don't go too far out, because that might actually create a feeling, you know, some kind of problem where things won't resonate in the way you were hoping they would go. Okay, so already that makes sense to me.
I got to show you the card that I picked, but go ahead, you continue.
So here we have the abundance card. The fish represent money, but they also represent an abundance of blessings. So I'm thinking that, you know, there might be a fee involved, but like, I don't think that will be the crux of the matter. It's more about the blessings of how many people who would be out there available to do this for you. And so the first two cards are where you should be looking at home, okay? And these last cards are something quickly is going to happen. We have the whip,
oh,
okay?
wow, yeah.
and the mountain. I have a feeling, so this is like an oxymoron. So I'm going to pull one more card for you on this one, because this means get cracking, because it might take a while for you to find that right person. Okay. This means it might be a challenge. It might be hard, even though you have a nice big network of people. It's a matter of somebody actually making a commitment to do that. But Spirit is telling you to just stick within your own circle of people and to get cracking now, because it may not be so easy to find them. So this is where I do numerology, in a sense, where I add these two numbers up and I see what I'm getting. So I have 21 and 11, so that's 33, okay? And that is the answer right here, and the answer is the key. So you will get the answer, you will find that person. I just want to show you the key. But Spirit is saying you need to start feeling out your friends and reaching out now. Okay, that's your answer. This is your power tool, that with all the delays, you just keep cracking the whip until you find that person. Okay, so I hope that helps you.
Well, I just pulled one card, and this was just, so really ridiculously funny. I pulled that's the family card.
Yes,
and that's the number 6. So it's staying within, that's the answer right there, along with everything that you said. That just confirms it, right? You can
absolutely
all see that, right?
100%.
And that means successful. See all the cups and emotionally and all over, completely. The 6 of Cups is.
I get nostalgia there too in that card, that there might be somebody that you had a relationship with that you haven't spoken to in a while. You might be revisiting some close friends who you haven't spoken to in a while with that card. So just food for thought, visiting. And I did pull a charm. So this jewel happened to belong to my birth father, and we became wonderful friends. He didn't raise me, but he was a spiritual man who lived on an ashram, and he was amazing. And all this means, when I pull this charm, is that this is about family. This is all about loved ones watching over you. So, and it goes back to heritage and ancestors as well. So just food for thought, all of that. And that's the law of attraction right there. And this is what we were talking about, how everything just lines up just the way it's supposed to, where you can't make this stuff up. It just
can't. Okay, so I'm going to try, and again, oh geez. Okay, I'm just going to go with the flow here, but I do not see any more comments. I can't. But you do.
Oh shoot, my mouse just went frozen. What happened here? There we go. My mouse.
Okay, and Judy wants to know, should I study something new? And what should it be? I may have been thinking about something. Okay, well, I'm going to do a little bit of numerology on you, Judy, if you're still on here. But the thing
I'm sure
is,
she's on. She's a dear friend.
Okay, so what I need to know, and unfortunately I can't see the comments though, is what is your month and day of birth? Just your month and day.
I think she's June. Judy, let me text her. I think it's June 2nd, 4th. Oh shoot. Let me go on her Facebook and see if her birthday's on there.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, and Seal said item she's looking for in a car. So that's for
oh, items. Okay. June 3rd. I was close. And yeah, she's June 3rd.
Okay, so that's 9. That's your achievement number. So this year you're in a 4-year, which is really a lot of hard work. Okay. What was the rest of the question?
She just wanted to know if she was going to go back to, if she should learn something new. So did you want to do the numerology first and then I'll do the reading after?
Yeah. Okay, so should you study something new? So this year is kind of a restricted year. I mean, I realize for a lot of people it's restricted, but it's laying the new foundation. So it's really a great time to start something new because it's usually in a 4-year, it's definitely long lasting. If you don't mind sharing your age, I could also tell you a little bit more. Do you know it, Michelle? And you could text it to me.
I won't say it without her permission. I mean, she's
Right.
pretty open, but I just don't. She's telling, whoops. I just texted her age. Let's just see. I won't say it without your permission. 74. Okay.
So let me just think about that for a second and what astrological house that'll put you in, because I have a numerology. The numerology that I do is also, I have astrology pieces to it, and it's so hard to explain. But you just shifted into a new cycle because your birthday was in June. So that always brings new things as well. And let me see. I would say yes, definitely. Definitely. And let me just pull another card here. And then pull you up as well because I can't see anything. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, whatever it is that you're going to be studying, what was the question again? What should
Should
you
she
study?
start something new? Should she start something new?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely you should start something new. You're in a period also of personal hopes and wishes, things that you really want. So now is the time it's a good year for foundation, starting something new, and it would really come to you a lot easier than normally. And plus it's a time for you to open up a little bit more to different things. And you're going to be learning something that you really are going to get a lot of enjoyment, and not just knowledge, but enjoyment. It's going to give you also a feeling of power. And I don't know what that means. I don't know. So you do your cards now.
Okay, so I'm definitely in alignment with this because already we're getting windows of opportunity here, which are going to bridge you through this period of time that this stagnation that you've been feeling, that all of us have been feeling. Okay, so there are opportunities out there. It's a matter of you walking the path to find them. And Spirit is guiding you to do that. It's time to do your research, which I know you're very good at. It's time to look for the things that interest you and speak to others. Okay, it's time to network and find specifically what it is you want to do. And the shadow card is showing me success. This is going to shine a light for you. It's just going to light up your world. It's just going to give you purpose and happiness, and something new in your life is always wonderful. And when I mixed up my bowl of charms, this happens a lot. I try not to, but I don't like my fingers to be controlled. I just grab and that's it. You got the start. Okay, so this is about people from the other side looking in on you. Okay, you are duly supported in this quest. All right, so thank you, Spirit.
Okay, but I see that you asked another question.
But what should it be?
Okay, so
that's another question.
Let's see, June 3rd, right?
Oh, all my friends are here.
Okay, 10, 20. Okay, well, your life path, the way I calculated it right now, your life path is a 2. So whatever it is, it's something in either being like the diplomat, but that's not really where I want to go with it. It's being a helper. It's doing something that maybe even behind the scenes, doing something behind the scenes. doing something that brings people together. And it could also be, I don't know why I get this entertainment thing. I don't know what the heck that means, but it's something that helps people, brings people together, is also fun. Let me pull another card. Yeah, and it's something to do with youth. Now, does any of that make sense to you? Okay. Do we see anything?
Hold on. Text me if it makes sense, Judy. What's interesting is when I pulled 3 cards, because like the Lenormand cards, they can give you ideas for career, like, or possible things to do. When we look at the fox, this is the 9-to-5 job card. It's also a good of possibly working with, exotic animals, perhaps like an animal sanctuary. It could, here she got the sun again. So this could be anything to do with light. This could be, working in a metaphysical shop, doing anything spiritual. So looking along that line, maybe there's a cute little metaphysical shop who just needs, somebody twice a week for 4 hours, or, or maybe they have classes in those metaphysical shops that might actually, someplace where light is shunned. Okay. Just food for thought. And then here, this is about transformation. So I'm really getting metaphysical again. Okay. This is major changes. This can also be matters of the home. So perhaps there are jobs out there that have to do with, maybe Home Depot, something like that, or, and that's a job. What am I saying? Classes that you could take
Yeah,
in place,
yeah.
things like that. So just food for thought, I feel that element of light is really strong because the 2 of the cards are reflecting it, and it's, shining upwards. So I feel something metaphysical, not necessarily as academic, but metaphysical might be the way to go, and probably a lot easier to find, especially the way things are being done now.
I'm getting young energy. I'm just getting this young energy. I don't know what that's about, but definitely young energy.
Well, she was thinking about getting back to writing lyrics. So maybe you want to write children's songs.
That's why I said entertainment.
Yeah. So food for thought, Judy. You can
God,
practice on your
yes.
grandson.
Definitely. Yeah, it's personal hopes and wishes. And I definitely got young, and I got entertainment too. So yeah. What else
Very
do we have?
cool.
We have
Let's
other
see.
people.
Oh, somebody put a cute little gif in there.
I know, that's Shelley Blair.
Shelley is Debbie's sister. I don't know if you know Shelley. Shelley and Debbie are sisters.
Well, I know both of them.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were sisters.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, so, oh, Mima. So, my friend, it says me, Digi. I missed her question. She
There's
said
a lot of comments, and I don't, I'm so, little disappointed. I don't see them all.
I'm not sure why, but I can see it says me, Digi. Her name is Mima. I just started a new class. Can you tell me what spirit is telling me about that? Okay. So what does spirit want to tell Mima about this new class she's taking? So Mima has taken the Lenormand class. She knows how to read these cards. Okay, Mima, we have the clover. So obviously you had a window of opportunity, a lucky chance, and it's going to bring stability to your mind, body, your spirit. Okay, we have the anchor here, and on and the anchor indicates longevity, right? When they throw the anchor, the ships would stay at port for a long time. And absolutely, this is a very grounding experience for you. So if this has anything to do with the class that you're doing with me now, it's going to be just digging your roots in deeper. If you're taking another class, then this is just about you sprouting your roots, and this is about spiritual growth. This is just your journey, and it's going to be a very grounding experience for you. And there's a male energy here that's coming up. So I don't know if that's going to help you with male energy. I'm going to pull one more card. Interesting. Male energy and the whip. So perhaps this is going to be, because we have 3 positive cards, and I feel like it's preparing you for dealing with some male energy where you're going to have to be quick with your retorts. It's going to somehow give you dialogue, and from a spiritual level. Like, I feel like it's just that this class is going to have some effect on your ability to communicate with the male energy in a way that's swift and quick, and you say what you got to say, and that's it. So let me know how you feel about that. I'm pulling the shadow card, which underneath here you're wondering about, is this the right thing? This is the shadow card. So what obstacle, what are you feeling, what lies below? This is a question I have for you, because everything up above is showing luck and stability and grounding and the ability to spiritually grow. So good message. And
Wow.
you got the key, honey. You have the power tool right here. That's your magic wand. So the key is in your hands, and you're the one to unlock the secrets, especially with regards to the mountain. What is the obstacle that you feel deep down below? So that's something I can't tell you. So food for thought.
Okay. Card I pulled, the Hermit. And that's higher learning and knowing and power in the sense of raising your spiritual and your energetic vibration. It's wise. It gives you a lot of wisdom and a lot of power, but it also means really going within and looking within yourself, and not so much listening to what other people say. Does that make sense to you at all?
I should tell Mima to text me too. Yes, she wrote yes. Yes, she feels it. Very good. We got her comments. Perfect. Okay. Very good. She wrote, we're on fire. Thank you, Mima. So I just have to give you a heads up. We have time for one more question, but at exactly 7, I have to flip to my Lenormand class because I have a workshop.
We'll have to do this again for sure.
And
there's so many comments and people we missed, and I'm really disappointed about that, but it's okay, right?
Well, I always tell people that, we try the best we can to get to everybody's questions, but not everybody gets a reading. And sometimes the ones who didn't get read for probably shouldn't have had their reading on a public forum. And I always encourage them to reach out to schedule a private appointment. You do your readings, I do mine. So wherever you feel like you need to go, and let us know if we can be of help, on a private level.
Yeah, right. You can, you can get in touch with both of us. I mean, we're both on Facebook. Some people, Michele Landers and Michelle Barrie. And maybe we can do a combo reading for people.
I'm very open to it. I love blending tarot with Lenormand. That's one of, I do that too. So I love that you brought your tarot deck. So that's awesome. So
just definitely text us or get in touch with us. And okay, so you're going to do another, we'll do another one.
Let's see if we can pull one more question. We can do a quick one. I'm just looking to see if I can find one. Oh, Mima said it's a different class. Good. Okay. I love how people are saying, thank you, Michelle and Michelle.
So sweet.
I'm not seeing another question. I have to be honest with you. So if you see one, please let me know. I don't see one.
But I think that there probably are.
Really? Because I'm looking at all the comments. I did what Ruth said. And I can see all of them. I have it on the side like she told me to do. So, and now I'm seeing, oh, Shelley, some insights to my all-around health. So Shelly has a question. So this is for Shelly, and I always feel bad because she often comes onto my feed late, and I've signed off already. So Shelly, you got us this time. You got two Michelles this time.
Okay, so what's the question?
She wants to know some insight about her health. So what does Spirit want to tell Shelly about her health? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we have stability. Okay, things are going to be okay. This is stability with health. If you were to translate stability with health, that's what it's saying. Things are going to be okay. Even though you may have some things coming, you're going to be okay, Shelly. All right. So right now, this is how you're feeling. This is about transformation. This is the one hard thing about me knowing about the people, because I do think you told me there was something coming up that you were planning on doing, Shelly. I'm pretty sure because I've done a reading for you before. So right now you're in the now, getting ready for a transformation, this to happen. And it's difficult. That's why you got the coffin. It's not easy to prepare for something medical. Okay. So just know that that's why that card showed up. And here you are looking towards the future. Okay. She's looking to the right. You're going to be a new woman. This is going to revive you, and new beginnings will be had on baby step level. Okay. So after you've gone through the transformation, and I know you know what I mean when I say that, you will life back, and it'll be a new beginning. Okay. Stability is yours, honey. It's going to be fine. All right. Just so you know. Shadow card. This is the bridge to your future. What you're going to be going through a transformation, and it's for the best.
Yeah, I was just picking a couple of cards. I pulled a couple. Actually, I pulled a bunch of them, but two, because I realized it's getting late. What I was getting, for whatever reason, is like, Shelly, I felt like you are, all right, you want to finish with that, Michelle?
Just
Go
trust.
ahead.
That's all I got to say.
That's what I got. I got trust. It's going to be okay, but I'm feeling like you're exhausted. You know, like there's something weighing on you, whether that's physically or emotionally or mentally, but I'm getting a feeling of, exhaustion. And so maybe you just need a little bit of a mental or emotional rest. Does that make any sense to you? And also I definitely saw or picked trust, have faith that you're going to be fine.
There you have it, Shelly. So unfortunately, I have to head out.
Well, let me just close up. I want to thank everybody so much for joining us tonight. And I want to thank you, Michelle. I love doing anything with you. You're so much fun.
Thank you
And
so much.
please check out all of the wonderful programming on Enlightened World Living, Enlightened World Network. And please send suggestions, get in touch with Michelle Barrie or myself, Michele Landers, if there's something we can do for you, and any suggestions you have for future shows. I want to hear it. And I also offer a free 15-minute consultation. So text me, find me on Facebook, and I'll be happy to do that. And I think that's about it. I can't believe how fast this time goes. And I love you all for being here with us. It means so much. It really does. And I'm so sorry that we didn't get to everyone, but we'll do more of this. And next time, if you know that we're going to be on, try to be on, early, and we can get to more people that way. And I'm sure we can do some other things as well. So thank you all. Have a great evening and be blessed. Have faith and have trust, and know that you're unique and special, and just fill your life and your heart with love, and send those love bombs out to everything. So bye.
Bye. Thanks, Michelle.